Okay. Yes, I'm back. Okay. So, like I was saying, um, I see slave before. So, let's talk about a little bit about slave slave that I see before. Okay. When I was born, I see that my father's family they used to own the slave. Okay. So what I see is like this. When I was little, I see some men in my father's family, and always they everybody call him dad. But sometimes when the whole family come together, I see everybody say, "Oh, this is my son, this is my daughter." They introduce themselves like that. So I know everybody's who they are. But one old man, which is he was slave, I didn't know at the beginning. Okay, so I keep asking my mom, why, where this man case? And my mom, when I was little, the only thing that she tell me that he don't have a kid. And I was thinking maybe there's a people that they cannot have a kids. Maybe he's people like that. Okay, so I don't. As a kid, you don't ask too many questions, but sometimes you wanted to know everything. Because sometimes I see this man, he's sitting by himself, quiet. It makes me asking questions. Look like sometimes he seems like he's so quiet. Maybe he's not happy or something, So sometimes I feel sad about him. So I keep asking questions when I have a time to ask. Okay? So one time or one day I asked my mom why he's sleeping only one bedroom. Why he's old but he keep like helping even though I'm a kid. I'm supposed to be serving him as an African culture, but he wanted to serve me. So I asked my mom. My mom said no. One time my mom told me, "Oh, he's asleep." That's what get me. And my mom told me more, a little bit more about him. He said, "Your father, one of your father family, which is a lady, she used to be rich, and she have a slave. And this slave that you see, his father and mother came as a slave to serve your father's family. They was like a husband and wife to serve your father's family. All right? And when they came with the husband and wife. After they came and served, they have a baby. Okay? When the slave serving was done, when they was going, because of this man was born in your father's house, he feel like he don't want to go. He feel like your father's house is his place. So when the parents was going, he decided no. He decided to stay. That's why this man was left here. But after his parents was done for their job, for their slave serving, they went back. So this man that you see, he was born in your father's house as a slave. That's why I know about that mind. Okay? So, as an African, I see how the slave look like. We never be, even before that man was, died, he became a leader of the family because he was so old. He know everybody where you born because he became older than anybody. So he became as a head of the family, my father's family. If you need anything, you go and ask him. He wasn't treating bad, mistreating or anything. Okay? But if you're showing your slavery, okay, I cannot tell American story after you came here. I cannot tell what happened to you. They can change the slave way and start abusing you and start abusing people. That's a different story. Okay? That's the different story. Your picture supposed to be like this. Supposed to be like this. You see what I'm saying? So if you make yourself and telling your case like you look like this, please, that's a shame. No. You'll be look like this if they start to saying, they start to abusing you. That slave thing is gone. They have a criminal people, they like to abuse people. If they start to put you in prison, or if they start, I believe one thing. If you see a picture that somebody was slave, it can be, okay, they can be put you in prison and make you call yourself slave so that they can get you out. Or it can be the land, they know, people know that some black man used to be in American land before the African people joined them. But like I said, I can be saying that if I know that history, I believe that maybe it was Egyptians, because I believe that Egyptians was moved from Egypt. I'm talking about Pharaoh time Egyptians. They scattered to other countries. I believe that most Egyptians went to Nigeria. Most of them. There is only few of them wasn't Egyptians. To me, that's what I look like. Most Egyptians went to Nigeria. Most of them went to American land, which is the Caribbean, and Brazil. They went there. I mean, they don't went there. They are, like, they used to own another land because there is superpower people, which is long time ago. Okay, they used to own other lands. Okay, beside Egypt, they used to own other lands. Okay, so they used to own Nigeria land. So after they know that their main land was destroyed, which is Bible saying, Bible prophesied before was destroying, not anybody destroyed, but it was a prophet, it was going to go that way. So they moved by themselves. Okay? I believe maybe they was building something and it's collapsed. The whole thing destroyed. They see that, oh, there is no hope over there anymore. So they scatter anywhere that they know before, or they already wish to travel there. Okay, and the people that they already traveled there, they didn't come back because they know the land is gone already. That's what I believe. Because if you trace back to the other books or histories, I also believe that, the main the main language, Egyptian language, may be Swahili. Because I believe that at that time there was only two countries who used to, speak Swahili. The main one language in Egypt was Swahili language. Okay, and they speak one more, which is maybe around Timbuktu area. They used to have a people also speak the same language. It was maybe 2 or 3 languages, that's it. But after the Egyptian was scattered everywhere to other different land, that's why we get too much Swahili. Anywhere that you see Swahili, that's the old time Egyptians. That's what I believe. Okay, so anyway, that's, I'm just saying something that I believe. It cannot be for sure, but, to me, if you want to do the right research, that's what you're going to get. So I wanted to tell you before you find out the truth. Okay, so where we are now is, I tell you the story about how African we look at slaves. It's not like this. African, we look at a slave as a job. We don't look at slave as somebody who was abusing. Okay? So I told you about how, if you want a slave, how can you become a slave? Different ways. I told you one. And another one is, somebody can become a slave if you're a soldier or army, or if you're in a war and they capture you, they put you in prison. If they put you in prison for so long and you don't have anybody to stand up for you and get you out, another way that they can get you out is turn you a slave. How can you turn you a slave? Somebody in local priest or rich man can come and say, okay, I need a slave. Can go to the leader of that place and say, I need a slave. What is the procedure for me to get somebody out to serve me as a slave? Because that person is in prison, nothing. They just feed the person, not getting anything back. So some people get some people out from prison to serve them as a slave. Okay? And things like that. And maybe some people like the people that they take them from prison, because that people don't have a family. If they decided to make them do any kind of work, they can. Maybe that's why people find the people that are maybe criminal people, the people that they want to abuse people, they like to take people from them. They will. So that way you can also get a slave. But that doesn't mean the slave is different and the prisoner is different. Somebody who's in jail is different from. Okay? So to me, like, if you get somebody from prisoner, you can get, I mean, like you can get somebody from there. People get people from that way. Okay? And third, another way also, you can give yourself away. Maybe you don't have any family who can take care of you. All right, so you give yourself away, like okay, you can go to anybody or any like rich man or somebody and said, okay, I wanted to serve you, I wanted to be a slave, and you come agreement for your own. Some people also can give their own self away, but most of the time, the beginning, because of you don't own yourself, the family used to, the family supposed to, because they are the one they own you, they are the one they can tell anybody to take you away. So your father and mother, that they used to started it, that they give you away. Okay, and a fourth thing that maybe also you can be a slave is, if you living in somebody's country or you travel to somebody's country and that person decided taking all your property, that's thing that also says you cannot say it's original slave way, but you can turn to a slave too. That's why I wanted to say that, so that you can also get some other negative, or that one is a negative way though, but that's another way that it was there long time ago too. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, if somebody take your all properties away, okay, and then you don't have nothing, and you're supposed to go and work for that person, automatically, when you work for somebody, you're a slave. So that one was there too, but that was the wrong way, because you're not intention to do that. The person force you, make you do that. Okay, so that was there, but I wanted to say a little bit about it. Okay, so because of, okay,